Hey everybody, welcome back to newsly.video.blog, where we freely talk about God, purpose, worship, real news, politics, business, family, health, music, cannabis, flat earth, and much more. My name is Angel Samuel, and I will be your host for this short time. And today we're going to go over a few posts, starting with 3538. The upgraded Guantanamo Bay Detention Center Gitmo has plenty of space for traders, and this was posted in response. Q posted this. We know, or we now have plenty of space, and these are three, I call them anons that are in Guantanamo, and this isn't the first time we see this picture. This picture has been posted before. We are Q, so Q Research. What's that say? June 2018. So that's when that was posted back then. But this is the response to this Twitter thread, and let's see what this Twitter thread says. It's by Amy Meck. It says, Italy's Matteo Salvini refuses to back down. Who betrayed Europe? Who occupied this Europe in the name of multinationals and uncontrolled immigration? The Merkels, the Macrons, the Soros, and the Junkers. God bless Salvini for standing up to his people. Okay, and so that's pretty much what he says. There's people who have been governing Europe.
Nel nome della precarietà.
Let's go back. Let's see what he says completely. It's only an hour and 30 seconds.
Lasciamo agli altri volentieri le paure e i fantasmi del passato. Noi insieme stiamo costruendo il futuro. Qua non c'è l'ultradestra. Qua c'è la politica del buonsenso. Gli estremisti sono quelli che hanno governato l'Europa per 20 anni nel nome della precarietà e della povertà. Chi ha tradito l'Europa? Chi ha tradito uno dei più bei sogni?
All right, guys, and I mean, if you guys don't know, well, how important Italy is to this, I mean, the Vatican is in Italy. The Vatican, it's its own state, sovereign state in Italy, and the Vatican has been and still probably is involved in tons of human trafficking. You can review that information yourself, but that is why this is a very important news. Matteo Salvini, post 3539, Matteo Salvini, Deputy Prime Minister of Italy, is aligned with POTUS. Salvini is a patriot, Anonymous says, and it says Italy is with POTUS. President of the United States attempts by Democrats to prevent disclosure of FISA, I would guess, material regarding Nunez non-official ways, in parentheses, was denied. They are powerless. Enjoy the show. So we know Devin Nunez has requested some documents that are going to be given to him sometime this week. It was expected that possibly starting today, Wednesday, stuff was going to start happening. So this is very exciting times, guys. I suggest we stay on top of everything. So 3540, U.S. media not covering Emmanuel Macron's use of force against yellow vest protesters. Okay, let's see. Q says no coverage by U.S. mainstream media. Ask yourself a simple Q. Why? Anti-narrative. Let's see this Twitter thread by David Vance. It says Macron stormtroopers pulverize those who dare dissent his policies. UK media remain neutral. Let's go back. It's crazy. Look how this started here. Okay, so things are getting pretty crazy out there, guys, and just glad that isn't happening here. But this is just how things are happening over in Macron's territory. France. So let's move on to the next one. 3541. John Durham progressing quickly with criminal investigations into Obama seniors at Department of Justice, FBI, and clowns in America. All right, good crop this season. Let's see what this Twitter says. Joe DeGenova just dropped a
this week.
bombshell.
There are going to be documents. By the way, the declassification process will start this week. There are going to be documents released, I think, by Wednesday. The Attorney General, as I understand it, is in the process of getting those ready to come out. There are going to be some of the Devin Nunes documents that he requested, and then a series of other releases will come after that. That's because Durham is progressing very, very quickly in his criminal investigation. This is not a review, quote unquote, of what went on. This is a criminal investigation of senior DOJ and FBI officials from the Obama administration and intelligence community people, including John Brennan. This is a federal grand jury. This is not a review. This is not an IG audit. This is not some Congressional Research Service look at history. This is a criminal investigation of a bunch of people who tried to seditiously overthrow the President of the United States. So the stuff is going to start coming out this week.
Okay, so let me just pause on the details that you're saying here. When?
Good deal. Joe DeGenova. Bombshell, guys. This is huge. I mean, they are going to be guilty of treason for all the stuff they have tried to do to try to remove a sitting president of the United States of America. I mean, come on, guys. Trump the way he is, and, you know, a lot of people don't like him, whatnot, because of his policies and whatnot. But honestly, we would be a lot worse if the other she-witch would have been in the White House. I'm talking about Clinton. We would not be enjoying the liberty and the freedom that we currently have today. All right, so that is awesome. Let's see, where were we at? Okay, so John Durham is progressing quickly with the criminal investigation into Obama seniors and how this all got started, as far as the Mueller report, as far as the investigation to Russian collusion and all that other stuff. 3542, exculpatory evidence that may ultimately show that the defendant is not guilty. Okay, so I believe, let's see what this is here. Exculpatory definition from Noll's Plain English Law Dictionary: a description of evidence in a criminal trial that serves to justify, excuse, or introduce a reasonable doubt about the defendant's alleged actions or intentions. Exculpatory evidence may ultimately show that the defendant is not guilty. No wonder police and prosecutors must, to uphold the defendant's constitutional right to due process, tell the defense about any exculpatory evidence they've discovered. Okay, so obviously there's information that is being held back that will, the exculpatory evidence will free president. Actually, not free, because the president is not guilty of any crime whatsoever, but it resolve this entire situation. Case 3543, puzzle solved. C before D. Coates resignation before D class. And I actually went over this just a few days, because I do remember the saying, the speed accelerated plus 5Q. C before D. That means Coates is going to resign before the D class is taken care of, or the documents are declassified. The documents are declassed. Which will provide the public with so much more information. Actually, the declass will go to select individuals, because obviously there's information there that is redacted, but the Attorney General and Durham are taking care of that pretty quickly. 3544, Jeffrey Epstein is in danger of being murdered before his trial, says victim's lawyer. I'm going to swift through these quickly, because I believe I actually went through these. But Jeffrey Epstein, you guys didn't see, there has been power outages and stuff like that. He appeared to be on the floor the other day with markings around his neck and stuff like that, showing signs that someone is trying to get rid of him. Okay. Whitaker, Barr, Ratcliffe are perfect team to investigate the Russia probe. I would recommend you guys look into Ratcliffe and this former federal prosecutor, how he question Mueller at the testimony, and it was just awesome, just the way he knew his stuff, unlike the Democrats that didn't know what the heck they were doing. QAnon's and Gitmo, 3546. Here we go again. Where we go one, we go all. This is in Gitmo, 18 June 2018. Q Research. Where we go one, we go all. And the first one actually said we are Q. So this is a different one. And possibly these people are part of the Q team. Okay. 3547. America is back, praying for POTUS, Q team, and all Patriots. God wins. America is back, guys. We were in shambles. We were in shambles, and the mainstream media kept everything from us as far as truth is concerned. So that's why it is important for us to discover the truth, and to not just discover it for ourselves, but to relate to everyone that we have any influence over. Post 3548, placeholder exculpatory evidence declass, placeholder, and this is all in kill brackets, placeholder dash declass in kill brackets exculpatory evidence, and again in kill brackets illegal hold on dash non-report FISA T surveillance. Maybe this is all code to me, so I really don't expect me to know all this other stuff, but it seems like there was some illegal hold on the report that has to do with the FISA that would have exonerated the President of the United States as far as this collusion fiasco is concerned. And he'll go some more. Code 3547, Freedom Stringer underscore hot 8 underscore hot 9 underscore red underscore y underscore freedom underscore mark 1 dash 99 underscore y PC underscore sig D capital D C conference underscore net. I would say CONF underscore net, and then kill brackets W1. So all that obviously is code, doesn't mean anything to me. I hope if it means something to you guys, disseminate it and share it with every one of our viewers. Okay, let's see. 3550 post, cute post 3550. Video of Red Cross smuggling cash is unrelated to Freedom Stinger and previous job. Unrelated, but noteworthy, or worth noting. Okay, so this is a previous Q job, and this was back in 2018 January. It says U.S. taxpayers are paying for it all. Paris Accord equals scam. Trillions. Red Cross equals scam. Billions in parentheses. Foreign aid equals scam. Trillions. War equals scam. Trillions. On and on. Who audits where the money actually goes? Who actually receives the money? The U.S. taxpayer is funding the very people we are engaged in taking down. Slush funds everywhere. Think GS pays for Antifa out of his own pocket. George Soros and it says the hole is deep. Feel sick yet? Q. All right, guys, and these are the organizations that we trust. I mean, the Red Cross takes our blood. What the heck are they doing with all this money? This isn't what the Red Cross is supposed to be involved in. Despicable. And I'm not saying everybody at the Red Cross is involved in this. I'm just saying that the higher ups, the people that are in charge, they know what's happening, and I'm just happy that they're getting caught up red-handed. Now, that's one box. Imagine all these boxes full of money. Who is it going to? Where did it come from? Those are my questions. All right. Let's move on to Q Post 3551. Reread post jobs regarding voter ID. Not the first time, not the last time. Reread past jobs regarding voter ID. Actually, this has been known to the Anons for quite a while, where Q states that there has to be some type of verification as far as voters are concerned. We use our IDs to buy a car. We use an ID to even check out a book. We use IDs for everything, but we don't use IDs to vote. That's just crazy talk, and I'm glad that's happening. And again, even though I love my family, my families, I love the immigrant, persons that I know. But we have to do this legally. How would anyone in Central America like me coming to their country and voting without having the legal right to vote, and therefore changing the trajectory of what happens in that country? I don't think anybody would like that. Okay, so let's move on to 3552. POTUS links a QAnon account at voter ID, please, on Twitter. So just another proof, guys. Anonymous, we should immediately pass voter ID, please, at to ensure the safety and sanctity of our voting system. Also, paper ballots backup, old-fashioned but true. Thank you. So Donald Trump did that tweet, POTUS, and thanks Baker. Mr. POTUS linking a QAnon at voter ID, please. So this is another confirmation. Would say that might be notable directly to page, not a specific tweet. 3553. Who did Q know about the voter ID pushing coming almost a year ago? So again, time travel is fun. This is just some Q proof of when originally back in December 2018 voter fraud was exposed, and this became a conversation, and now a year later, a little over a year later, it's actually happening. Okay, so those of you who doubted before, don't doubt anymore. Q post 3555. Photo of Devin Nunes hunting for chupacabras. Targets may be closer than they appear. Hunters become the hunted. Q. This is awesome. David Nunes hunting for chupacabras. Looking all young in his a rifle and his camo outfit. Go get him. Go get him, Tiger. All right, let's move on to 3556. Like clockwork, fake news links voter ID to voter suppression. Look at that, The Hill. Okay, that's the one MSM you cannot trust. Mainstream outlet you cannot trust. Just then, Trump tags QAnon account in calling for voter ID. Okay, so The Hill verified account. Just then, the Trump tags QAnon account in calling for voter ID. We actually went over that. I'm not sure actually The Hill may be a good one. I need to look at my list of of good news sources. Okay, so I'll get back to you guys on that one. Trump has periodically called for stricter voter ID laws, which advocates warn could restrict ballot access in low-income communities, students, and people of color. Like clockwork, ID required when sheep follow the most absurd arguments. Democratic Party voter corruption on display. So this is how the Democrats have been winning, guys. They've been using the illegal votes of illegal members or illegal residents to vote, and using those votes to win the election. And that's why we've been so screwed up, because I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I love my people. I'm from Guatemala personally. I love my people from Guatemala, but I know that people are leaving Guatemala for specific reasons, and they're coming over here and voting. No, I don't think so. If you're going to bring more of the laws of the country that you're running from, then just stay over there. That's my big take on that. I know that a lot of my family and friends, might look down on that type of speak, but it's just very true. This is where we live. This is where we were born. And so we got to protect our constitutional rights and our civil liberties. Okay, 3557 says, watch the news this week for release of exculpatory evidence. Devin Nunes hunting for chupacabras. Targets may be closer than they appear. Okay, this is something we just went over. And placeholder, this is, we just read this. Let's see, T equals target. So then parentheses S, and in parentheses ED, targets and targeted. Watch the news this week. All right, guys, so watch good news this week, not just any news, because the regular news is not going to more than likely follow through with facts. China hopes to wait out POTUS term for a better trade deal. Q-proof. Okay, China and U.S. agrees to temporarily cease trade hostilities before a G20 summit. Sources say Trump threatens worst trade deal for China if Beijing stalls after its re-election. U.S. President Donald Trump has once again criticized China's trade practices, warning negotiations could get tougher. The statements came as Beijing and Washington are headed into another round of trade negotiations in Shanghai. In a series of tweets on Tuesday, Trump warned if China waits until he wins re-election, the trade deal will be much tougher for Beijing. China is doing very badly, worse in 27 years. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else in here that I'm missing. Yeah, the reason why China is waiting obviously is because they were in the whole thing. They were surveilling to see what outcome the Mueller testimony would have in order for them to decide whether or not to negotiate with Donald Trump or to wait for it to see if he was impeached or not. 3559 meme. You need an ID for all these, but not to vote. And this is logical Q. Let's see what this is. Victoria Gates says you need an ID for all of these, but not to vote. So you need a ID, just like I was saying. You need an ID for alcohol, cigarettes, open bank account, apply for food stamps, welfare, Medicaid, Social Security, unemployment, rent, buy a house, drive, buy, rent a car, get on an airplane, get married. You need an ID to purchase a gun, adopt a pet, rent a hotel room, apply. You need IDs for all of this stuff, and not for voting. Big discrepancy there, guys. So kudos to you. What is the Red Cross doing with all this cash and all those pallets? Okay, so we just seen the Red Cross and all that money. That's what that is in regards to. Okay, so again, logical thinking. What's happening with all that money? 3561 documents on Red Cross audits and investigations. So there's several links here, guys. Really suggest you go into qmap.pub, go into every single one of these, so that way you can read in detail what these documents say. I've read them for myself already. I'm trying to cut this video short so that way you guys don't get bored. But the Q post says, the more you know, mainstream media coverage, non-existent. When you control the media, you control public opinion. Q. Mean Psalm 78:45, and it's funny, look at the flies on Hillary Rotten Clinton eyelashes, or not eyelashes, but eyebrows, and on Barack Obama's lips. That's just gross. Who knows where those flies have been? He sent among them swarms of flies which devoured them, and frogs which destroyed them. Psalm 78:45. Yes, Lord. Send them their way. All right, Q links to Pope's tweets on human trafficking. Godfather 3, it's going to be biblical. All right, I know, guys, for my personal research, that the Pope is no good. All right, and this is not to say that my fellow or my Catholic brethren are bad people, but I just say that look into your Pope, look into who the supreme spiritual guide in your realm is. Pope Francis is not a person that you should trust. Let us pray for the Lord will free the victims of human trafficking and help us to respond actively to the cry for help. So many of our brothers and sisters who are deprived of their dignity and freedom. And I would say, listen to your own words, Pope Francis. And God have, honestly, justice on you. 3564. Secret text casts light on UK's early role in Trump's Russia inquiry. Okay, so let's see what this article says at The Guardian. Okay with that. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me try to get out of here. The Guardian. Secret text casts light on UK's early role in Trump-Russia inquiry. To the most senior intelligence official, U.S. and UK privately shared concerns about our strange situation as the FBI launched its 2016 investigation into whether Trump campaign was colluding with Russia. The Guardian has learned text messages between McCabe and Deputy Director FBI at the time, Fleming, his then counterpart MI5 at MI5, now the head of GCHQ, also revealed their mutual surprise at the result of EU referendum which some U.S. officials regarded as a wake-up call, according to the person familiar with the matter. While Russia had previously been viewed as a country that would seek to interfere in Western elections, the Brexit vote was viewed by some within the FBI as a sign that Russian activities had possibly been successful, the person said. All right. Okay, that's another dude that the Crown. Okay, guys, you guys can read this article on your own. Not stuff that we don't already know that we've been on top of on this channel. 3565 George Papadopoulos first demonstrable proof that there was no collusion coming today. It says see Guardian article. How do you get ahead of the story? Coincidence? Q. Let's see. George Papadopoulos tweet says transcripts are out tomorrow. Okay, the first demonstrable proof to show that not only did we not collude, but the whole world was against us and Donald Trump still won in 2016. When it's all said and done, the story will be of global effort to take us down. That backfired big time. It sure did, guys. There's so much stuff happening, it just makes me excited. 3566 24-hour false flag alert. A deep state attempt to deflect from news, damaging their narrative. Okay, 24-hour warning. So that's in the kill box. So we need to focus on this, guys. Be vigilant. See something, say something. Know your surroundings at all times. And guys, if in case you haven't figured it out, false flag alerts happen every time there's some major news about to break out. The reason why is because mainstream media won't want to focus anything positive that has to do with Donald Trump and let the public know. They would much rather kill someone or something happening somewhere for them to deviate their attention from that or from Donald Trump to that. So huge alerts, guys. Keep your eyes open, especially here, in California, in the states where Democrats rule. Let your families know. I wouldn't be going out to public places. This is not fear mongering. This is being aware and being alert of what is actually happening. Stay safe and keep President Trump in your prayers. Keep your family in your prayers. Keep each other in your prayers. And let's stay in harmony, guys. And there's so much stuff that's about to be revealed this week. And I just hope that, every single bit of information is released. Not only released, but also that the people that are listening to this information and that are not, their eyes are opened to the truth, so that they may reveal it also to their loved ones and consequently benefit in a great manner from it, including being safe. All right, guys, thank you for everything. Support my sponsors. Comment, like, subscribe, share. That's one major thing, is share this information with everybody you love. This information is being restricted. It's being suppressed from the big platforms, big media, the big tech companies are making sure that this information is not heard by the people. Okay, so we need your help to share this information, to let others know of what is actually happening. All right, guys, and with that, again, I thank you. Visit my news.video.blog. That way you can be on top of the videos that are taken down from YouTube. My videos are really not monetized. I just have a few advertisements that I put up, but feel free to help the channel by supporting. And again, we love you. God bless and Godspeed. And again, visit my blog where we freely talk about God, purpose, worship, real news, politics, business, family, health, cannabis, music, flat earth, and much more. Thank you for your donations and thank you for your support. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a good one.